Fans, welcome back. We had a little technical glitch there, but welcome back. We had lost the signal there for just a moment, but we're back. 2 out, 2 on for the Lady Devils. No score in the bottom of the first inning. So again, both teams have had runners on first and second, and that pitch missing for a ball. So both teams getting runners on base in the very first inning. I think we have two outstanding pitchers working this afternoon. Again, Jersey Swain for Murphy and Rawls for the Lady Devils. So we may see another pitching duel. It was 4-3 when the teams played on Tuesday. Ground ball in play down to third base. On over to first. Throw is going to be wide. Everybody is going to be safe, and the bases are loaded. The throw is wide. So Kirsten on with an error. 2 errors here in the bottom of the first inning for Murphy. One, a drop to third strike, and then the throw down to first did not connect. And now the throw to first base from third, wide. So now the Lady Devils with a golden opportunity. Candace Crisp, the batter, one of the 6 seniors tonight on senior night. As we see a lot of the balloons floating over on the right field fence in honor of their respective numbers. All right, here we go. Digging in now. Bases are loaded. Here's the windup and the throw. Big swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss by Candace Crisp. The Lady Devils third baseman wearing number 27. The senior numbers tonight, number 2, Maddie Spates. Number 13, Kirsten Smith. Number 27, Candace Crisp. Number 21, Haley Woodard. Number 3, Hannah Schuler. And number 25, Brianna Wesley. Here's the windup. Big swing and a miss again. Two strikes now with 2 out, bases loaded. We expect a low-scoring game, but so far that might not be the case. Both teams have had runners on in the very first inning against some good pitching. On senior night, in many ways here at Swain County High School, senior night up at the soccer field. Wind up and the throw, off speed. Grounded foul on the first base side. Everybody has to go back. The runners were going on that swing by Candace. Faith Woodard is going to be on deck. One of the 3 Woodards starting this afternoon. Faith, Haley, and Molly. How about that? That's just cool. Talking about the name game, the Dockeries, of course, with 2 for Murphy starting this afternoon under head coach Billy Dockery. Pitch in. Oh, it's going to be a call, third strike. That's a tough one as the Lady Devils leave the bases loaded. And we've played 1 inning here on senior night, and it's 0-0. We'll be back after this timeout. welcome back. As you can hear the wind blowing, and there's a quick ground shot back to the pitcher. Rawls over to first base quickly for a quick out number one in the top of this second inning. And again, just a ground ball right back to the pitcher off the bat of Aiden Smith, the starting third baseman for Murphy. Leading off the Bulldogs here in the top of the second inning. Ruby Bame is going to be batting now. Ruby is the starting second baseman for head coach Billy Dockery and the Bulldogs. Ansley Hogsett is going to be on deck. Taryn Morrow will be following her here in the second inning.
No, click the eyeball.
Pitch in for a strike. Rawls quick 2 strikes now. Ruby Bame, 2 strikes, 1 down, nobody on. Top of the second inning here on the Maroon Devils Network. Pitch low in the dirt for a ball. Ansley Hogsett on deck. Taryn Morrow will be on deck following her here in the second. Always a big conference game when these two teams get together. We've said it so many times, you can toss all the stats and the records out the door. Foul ball off the bat of Ruby. Both teams have had runners on base each inning. So the scoring opportunities have been out there. We'll see who draws first blood, so to speak. Over in the baseball game right now, the Maroon Devils on top 9-0 as it's already on the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitch in, that's going to be a strike 3. So 2 down now. As Bame goes down with a strikeout, Ansley Hogsett is going to be batting for the Bulldogs. Starting left fielder.
It's under USB. I had it working.
So now bases empty, 2 out on senior night. We appreciate all the work that all these folks have done to put all this together. I know Sharon Burrell, head coach Toby Burrell, and all his staff and the players. They had the hard part. They had to fill out the senior night sheets here, and those are always fun to read, especially some of the fondest athletic memories. Talking about like going to a restaurant and telling him it was Coach Burrell's birthday and it really wasn't. So, kind of stuff like that. It's just, tough play at shortstop. And now the Bulldogs have a runner on at first base as Hogsett is going to be on.
Well, don't go through the trouble. We'll just call it technical.
Taryn Morrow is going to be batting now. Morrow, the starting right fielder. On deck will be Charlie McDaniel. And I've already told Coach Billy Dockery, I hope I don't say Charlie Daniels. One of my all-time favorite artists from the 70s and 80s. Charlie Daniels, an icon. Pitch in for a strike from Rawls. With 2 out, 1 on here. Top of the second, no score in this game. Charlie Daniels, an icon. And kind of rock and roll and country. He kind of had the... back at Rawls, knocks it down, but can't make the play. I hope she's okay. I think it might have hit her glove or her hand. She looks over to the dugout, and I tell you, she's a tough kid. There's no way she's coming out, I don't think. As the base umpire came over to check her out, she kind of waved him off, and she is being checked out by her teammates. Maddie at second base and Haley at first base. They come over, and Rawls is okay. I think she got her glove up basically in self-defense of that line shot. That was Morrow with that line shot, by the way, for the Murphy Bulldogs. So now Murphy, after 2 outs, have 2 runners on, kind of like the Lady Devils did in the first inning. The Lady Devils got the bases loaded with 2 out. Now Murphy with the bases loaded and 2 out. And it is Charlie McDaniel at the plate, the starting first baseman. Off speed, hit well into left field, and it's going to be caught right on top of the ground. What a catch in left field. That ball looked like it was going to bounce into the glove, but a great catch out there in left field by Kaylee Parker. Man, oh man. I mean, her glove had to be on the ground, and that ball just hit in the webbing of her glove to catch that for a huge out that saved at least one run and a big hit off the bat of Charlie McDaniel. So Murphy leaves 2 on base. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 0-0. We'll be right back.
Hello viewers, my name is Audrey Zelinka and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014 and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
Okay, you're good.
Fans, here we go. Bottom of the second inning. Still no score between the Bulldogs and the home-standing Lady Devils here on senior night. A lot of fans have made their way out here because there's a lot of activity. I mean, hey, this is the place to be on this Thursday night. There's a ground ball between shortstop and third. That's going to be a base hit. It gets by the left fielder. It's going all the way to the fence. Rounding first and going into second is going to be Faith Woodard with a stand-up double. A stand-up double by Faith Woodard now for the Lady Devils. Again, that was basically a base hit. Getting through that hole at the, if you're familiar, as you probably are with softball and baseball, that one rocketed through, but the left fielder did not make the play on it. So a single turning into a double on that play. And Haley Woodard is going to be batting now. Coming on, we're going to have a pinch runner. Coming on to run is going to be Molly Woodard. How about that? Faith Woodard got the hit. Now Molly is going to come on to run. 3 Woodards today. Faith, Haley, and Molly. And you know about this team. It's got some great names on this team. But both teams do. I'm not just talking about Swain, but again, the 2 Dockery players for Murphy, for head coach Billy Dockery, and of course for the Lady Devils, 2 sets of sisters, Carly and Haley Tisateski, and Haley, Faith, and Molly Woodard. We have Addison Jenkins and Kirsten Smith are cousins. We have 2 Maddies, Maddie Bird and Maddie Spates. We have Kylie and Kaylee. There's a check swing for a strike. Hannah and Savannah, as well as Haley and Haley. It's just spelled different. And poor old Toby Burrell, who's getting old, he told me he just says, "Hey, you." Okay. So, oh boy, we love these players. We really do. Swing and a miss. Again, down at second base. Molly Woodard. And that's going to be looks like the strikeout by Haley with 1 down now. Hannah should bring up Hannah Schuler. Let's see if I've got the roster right. Hannah's coming up. Again, Haley, followed by Hannah. 2 of our 6 seniors being honored tonight. Hannah has made so many good plays in right field. Of course, we are stationed just outside the right field fence, so we can see really close some of the great plays and some of the great throws she's made this year. There's a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be going to the center fielder. Coach Toby Burrell holds up And there's go one of the balloons flying away. That's going to be number 3. And that's Hannah Schuler's balloon that just flew away, I think. And it now goes up over the Swain County High School building. It is floating away. Okay. So how about that? Just as Hannah gets a big base hit as well. Big base hit by Hannah. Now runners on the corners, first and third. And looks like Billy Dockery is going to come out and talk to his infield before the Lady Devils will bat again, and we'll take a small break while he talks to his players. A timeout, one quick update. Maroon Devils up 12-0 in baseball. More coming up. Stay with us. Back after the Murphy timeout, Coach Billy Dockery wanted to talk things over with his pitcher and his infield, especially with runners on the corners. So many things can happen now. Second base is empty, and Maddie Spates batting. Madison Spates. She put her bat out there for an attempted bunt, and that allows Hannah Schuler to scoot on down to second base easily. No throw down to second. So now runners at second and third. Couple of big hits here. Faith Woodard and Hannah Schuler with a couple of big hits. Maddie Spates batting now. Maddie's really been hitting well lately, about over 500 in the last few games. Here's the windup and the throw. Pitch is going to be in for a strike from Jersey Schwam. And the circle today for Murphy. Murphy in solid black with their gold trim. Lady Devils in gray pants, maroon jerseys, white trim, white helmets. White batting helmets, as you know, there is a big difference. Well, not that big a difference in batting helmets and, and football helmets. They're all there for a reason. Off-speed pitch in for a ball. On deck is going to be Kaylee Parker. One out here in the bottom of the second. Maddie popped up to second base first time. Kaylee Parker again on deck. But again, 2 runners on. Scoring position. Pitch high for a ball. Runner starting on the pitch. Coach Toby Burrell, head coach, likes to use aggressive base running. Schwam getting back in the pitcher circle. Get your foot on the pitching rubber, ready to go against one of the team captains, Madison Spates, for the Lady Devils. Here's the windup. Pitch just missing outside. Boy, the catcher for Murphy held it right there, kind of trying to frame that for a strike, but it didn't work. Going to be count full now. Big pitch coming. Again, with runners in scoring position at second and third. Schwam with a windup and the throw. It's going to be high. Pop-up could be in play. It's going to be trouble, though, and it's going to be falling harmlessly out of play, or basically to the ground just inside the right field fence in shallow right field. Had 3 players going after it, but it's going to be a foul ball. Big game for both teams. Murphy in sole possession of third place. Probably going to be there in third place when the regular season is over after this week. There's another foul ball. Lady Devils right now 5-6, right behind Cherokee at 6-6, and Cherokee is again hosting Hiwassee Dam today. I'm not sure how that's going to work. If Cherokee is going to count all their conference games, which could be 13, most of the other teams in the conference only have 11 or 12. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now, the top 2 teams are Hiwassee Dam and Robbinsville, both at 9-1. They're going to be playing each other sometime this week. And there's a ground ball, high hopper to shortstop. Throw is going to be coming to first base, and the first baseman did make the throw. And thought for a moment she might have jumped off the base just enough for that to be safe, but the base umpire says no, the run does score. So again, a big RBI for Maddie Spates. Kaylee Parker batting now. Lined out to the shortstop last time, so now with 2 out. Lady Devils with a 1-0 lead. Runner at third base. That's Hannah Schuler over there. With Kaylee Parker at the plate, Carly Tisateski on deck. Ball low. Over in baseball next door, it has been a tough day for the Andrews Wildcats as they now get the Maroon Devils out. And the scoreboard, it kind of flipped between third and fourth inning. Now it says fourth inning, but it's a 13-0 Maroon Devil lead in baseball on the field nearby, and that looks like it's headed for 5 innings. And that will be good for the Maroon Devils. They'll get a break before they face Murphy in a game that could very well decide the second-place team in the Smoky Mountain Conference baseball standings and an automatic bid to the playoffs. The way it's lined up in the 1A, if you have enough teams in the conference, and the Smoky Mountain Conference does, conference champ, automatic bid. Second-place team, automatic bid. And after that, it goes to RPI. Here's the windup from Schwam. Off speed, missing for a ball. And by the way, the seedings will be announced on Monday for baseball and softball playoffs. And boy, the teams that have to travel don't get much time to get ready because they have to start play on Tuesday next week. Right now, the weather looks okay, but you know how that can change, especially here in the most beautiful place in the world, these mountains of western North Carolina for the home teams. There's a high pop-up, going to be in shallow right, going to be caught for out number 3. So the Lady Devils get one across the plate, leave one on base with a 1-0 lead after 2. We'll be back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the third. Murphy and Swain, Smoky Mountain Conference softball here on the Maroon Devils Network, with the Lady Devils now with a 1-0 lead in what should be a good game. I know we're going to be going 7. It was a 4-3 game earlier this week on Tuesday at Murphy. Murphy winning that one 4-3. And I kind of expect a similar game today. I don't think we're going to see a ton of runs, even though both teams have had people on base just about every inning here. And we're just now on the top of the third. Both pitchers are on the doing a good job, but both teams are getting the ball in play. There's a bunt. Back to the pitcher. Rawls over to first base. Got it. And that's going to be out number 1. Yeah, the hitter for Murphy not happy with that call. And by the way, that hitter was Sanai Wilson. As she struck out her first time. Riley Dockery popped up to first base her first time, hitting now for the Murphy Bulldogs with 1 down. By the way, there is some news I want to pass along. If you're on the highway, for example, listening on your phone, or if you're headed to I-40 eastbound, both lanes are closed. I-40 eastbound, both lanes are closed. There is a vehicle fire down near the 10-mile marker. That's somewhere between Maggie Valley and Fines Creek over there. Going east. They've had to call in fire departments to bring water. And so there's a pop-up, and Maddie is going to be coming on for an easy catch at second base. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. So again, I-40 eastbound is closed down near the 10-mile marker. And again, that's over in Haywood County. So if you're going to be on I-40 going east, I think, for example, if you exit near Waynesville and Clyde, I think you'll be okay. But again, down near the 10-mile marker, down around the Fines Creek, down past Maggie Valley, they closed off I-40 because of a vehicle fire that is causing issues. But here we are, 2 out, nobody on in the 3rd. The home plate umpire called a timeout and is saying something to the Murphy dugout. Not sure what that's about. But here we go with 2 down. Pitch in for a strike, and that looks like it's going to be Jersey Schwam batting now. Jersey, the starting pitcher for Murphy, got a base hit last time. And unofficially, that is the 2nd hit of the day for Murphy. Julia Dockery had one to lead off the ball game, and Jersey had the other. We've had a couple of hits for Murphy due to errors. There's a hard shot between third and shortstop that gets through. Throw back in quickly from left fielder out there. Doing a good job out there in left field is going to be Kaylee Parker. Going to get back into play quickly as Schwam now is on again. Now we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Murphy. Coming in is going to be number, looks like 13, Lena Lape, and that's going to be her 2nd pinch running assignment of the day. She was in earlier. So now with 2 out, Murphy again starting to get runners on base as they did last inning. They got 2 on with 2 out. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. Over on the baseball game, it is the bottom of the 4th inning. The Maroon Devils are batting according to the scoreboard with a very comfortable 13-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th with no out. High pop-up going to be out of play on the third base side. Knocking that one out of play is going to be Paisley Johnson, who struck out last time, the DP for Murphy. And, of course, there's a big game coming up next door in baseball later on tonight. Swain and Murphy. And that is a big, big game. And here's why, because the standings are so close. Hayesville 10-1, Murphy 9-2, Swain 7-3. Down at second base. The call is going to be out at second base on the throw down on the steal. The attempted steal did not work. Very close play. And the runner is thrown out stealing at second base. So that is that. We go to the bottom of 3. Swain 1, Murphy 0. We'll be back. We bring you to the bottom of the third inning in the Smoky Mountain Conference showdown between the visiting Murphy Bulldogs and the homestanding Lady Devils. Leading off is going to be Carly Tisateski. And what a throw she made down to second base on that last play to end the top of the third. Down to Maddie covering second base on the attempted steal. Carly had that one just perfect, right on line. Maddie with the catch, brought that glove around. There was no question from our vantage point. Of course, we had a good look at it on the slide into second base, but just an outstanding throw by Carly down to second, and Maddie did a good job finishing up the tag. The windup from Schwam off speed, and that's going to be in for a strike. Carly got on with an error last time. Rawls is on deck, and Kirsten Smith, one of our seniors, will be following her. For both teams, there have been 2 or 3 errors on the afternoon. So far, it hasn't hurt a whole lot. Here's a shot into right field, right against the fence. Going to be no play. In a 1-0 game so far, the errors have not been tremendously big for either team. And to give you an example of how big they can be, in the Murphy-Swain baseball game on earlier this week on Monday, that was won by Swain 8-4. There were 5 Murphy errors in that game. That was a huge, huge part of that ball game. So they can play a huge role, as you know, being a baseball or softball fan. Hanging in there, Carly, big bat, hitting over 500 on the year. There's a ground ball right at the shortstop. Makes the play on to first. Wow. Bang, bang play. Good play by the Murphy shortstop. 2 down now. And boy, you've got to bring it in a hurry when Carly's running. Carly's so athletic. She can do a lot of things. Very talented young lady. Rawls hitting now. Got on with a base hit last time for the Lady Devils. So far on the day, unofficially, we've had 3 hits. Rawls has one of those. Faith Woodard had a double. Hannah Schuler had a single. So Rawls with a good bat. Not only a very, very good pitcher. Pitch in for a strike from Jersey Schwam, the pitcher facing the pitcher. Rawls not only is a good pitcher, but is a good hitter as well. And again, only a freshman. This pitcher-catcher combination of Rawls and Carly is really, really good. There's a shot into right center. Center fielder comes on and makes the play, and that's going to be 2 down. So Rawls with a well-hit ball into center field. Kirsten Smith got on with one of those errors we were talking about just a moment ago. Kirsten, the Lady Devils starting center fielder. Candace Crisp on deck. Senior and senior back-to-back. 6 seniors tonight honored in pregame activities here. If you miss it, you can always go back and watch it on the Maroon Devils Network. We hope you will. There's a slap hit back to the pitcher, and that's going to be an easy play. And had a little contact over there at first base, but looks like all is well. So again, the Lady Devils wind up the bottom of the third inning and take a 1-0 lead into the top of the fourth. We'll be right back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the fourth inning here in a big showdown, and there's a big blast into left center field all the way to the fence. And here comes the throw into second base. Going to be close, but gliding into second base with a stand-up double. The Murphy Bulldogs with their biggest hit of the day, and I believe that's going to be Paisley Johnson as she ripped it one hopper into left center field against the fence. And a big double, the biggest hit of the day for Murphy, and that's the designated player, Aiden Smith, batting now for Murphy. Down 1-0. Runner on second with nobody out. Rawls with a windup and the throw. Coming in with a strike. Aiden Smith and Ruby Bame will be following her. Batting here in the fourth inning for the Murphy Bulldogs. I have no doubt. Well, there's always a chance, but I really believe we're going to be playing 7. These two teams are I think, well matched and have good pitching. I don't see a 5-inning contest coming up in this game. And by the way, the first game is already over in the baseball contest, 13-0. The Maroon Devils winning over Andrews in 5 innings. So that game is already over. Now the Maroon Devils get a break. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch low in the dirt. And that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to be out number 1. So Aiden Smith goes down on a strikeout, and that's going to bring up Ruby Bame, who struck out last time. Ruby, the starting second baseman for Murphy. Ansley Hogsett is going to be on deck as you watch and listen on the Maroon Devils Network. There's a high ball in play, and it's going to be shallow right field. It's going to be dropping in between the Lady Devils second baseman and the right fielder. Throw it down to third, not going to be in time. So now down at first base with a single is going to be Ruby Bame. I think you got to call that a single. I don't think Hannah Schuler or Maddie Spates, as good as both are, neither one could make a play on that one. Very high, but very shallow. Actually directly behind first base, but in no man's land. Ansley Hogsett batting now with runners on the corners for Murphy with 1 out. 1-0 Lady Devil lead. Ansley Hogsett, the left fielder, got on with an error last time. Again, good fan turnout here. A lot of fans all around in various places. Pitch in for a strike. It's, I've talked about this with the coaches and some other folks, but these fields are so strange, if you will. So many fans sit in so many different places around these fields. It's almost hard to call it a home field advantage because a lot of fans sit out in the outfields and various spots. Some sit in their cars. Ground ball to second between first and second base hit. Hannah try to get a handle on it. Everybody will. Okay, the run will score from third, obviously, on that base hit. So down at first is going to be Ansley Hogsett with a single and an RBI, the first of the game for Murphy. Down at second is going to be Ruby Bame. And it was Paisley Johnson scoring the first big run as she led off with a double. So a 1-1 tie now in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss. For strike number 1, Taryn Morrow got on with an error last time. The Murphy right fielder, Charlie McDaniel, is going to be on deck. And this, just as we expected, very tight ball game. 1-1 tie, top 4. Murphy with 2 on. There's a shot that's going to be caught by Maddie at second base. On to second. Is it going to be in time? Bang, bang, double play. Caught it on the run, out on the grass. The runner at second was just off the base, and covering down there was Molly, the starting shortstop this afternoon. Throw to second again. Bang, bang, double play. Murphy leaves 1 on base as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. We're tied at 1-1. We'll be right back. Fans, here we go. Bottom of the fourth inning. We've got a good one going on here in the regular season finale for the Lady Devils hosting Murphy. Ground ball to second base, on over to first in time. And just like that, first pitch and out number one. A well-hit ball there by Candace Crisp, but right at second base for one down. Faith Woodard batting now. Candace, one of our 6 seniors, being honored tonight on senior night. Faith Woodard got a big double last time. The Lady Devils so far today unofficially have 1, 2, 3 hits, and I think about the Murphy has maybe 4. So again, the pitchers are dominating things here, as kind of we expected. Monday or Tuesday, when they played at Murphy, it was a 4-3 Murphy win, so a close game there, and we are seeing the same thing here. There's a ground ball foul on the third base side, right over near the big senior night letters over on the left field fence behind head coach Toby Burrell. And again, the boys have 2 seniors. Of course, Gabe Lillard, one of those, and Ronnie Griggs, the other. I'll give you a little hint. There may be a special pitch to before that game actually gets started. A little inside scoop there. Wind up on the throw, and a big swing and a miss by Faith. Jersey Schwam in the circle for Murphy, doing a good job, as Rawls is for Swain. When you see a 1-1 scoreboard, that tells you pitcher's doing a pretty good job. There have been some defensive errors today, though, by both teams. Pitch in, just missing outside for a ball. Haley Woodard is going to be on deck for the Lady Devils here with 1 down. Hannah Schuler will follow her. We see some of the Maroon Devil baseball players getting a quick hot dog between games. They're going to be playing Murphy here very soon in a huge baseball game. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and that's going to be out number 2. And that's going to bring up Haley Woodard, again, one of our seniors. 6 seniors on the softball team honored tonight, 2 seniors on the baseball team. As we mentioned, Gabe and Ronnie in baseball. But I think both teams have some good people coming back next year for their respective coaches. Pitch in, going to be missing for a ball. Maroon Devil coaching staff getting the field ready for game number 2. Coming up here in just a few. And again, we're not sure how that's going to play out. We hope to bring you as much of that as we can following this softball broadcast. Pitch missing outside for a ball. Again, head coach Mike Verano and assistants Drew Martin and Jimmy Menteith over there working on the fields and the bases, getting them ready for game number 2. And you say, well, why do they have to get the field ready? They played 1. Well, they got to go on and drag the field. You know, after being kind of chewed up from game 1, smooth things out. Ball low in the dirt. On the pitch here, 3-0. Schwam back on the pitching rubber here with 2 out. Bases empty for the Lady Devils here in the bottom of the 4th inning in this 1-1 tie. Here's the windup from the right-hander, and this one is going to be in for a strike. Again, very late, slow call by the home plate umpire, pulling that strike in this 1-1 ball game. Coach has them. Full count now. 2 strikes from Schwam after a 3-0 count. We were talking to some of the baseball guys there just a moment ago, if you're wondering what we were talking about. But Gabe Lillard, one of our seniors, came up and thought we had the senior night stat sheets. There's a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3 and out 3. We have played 4. We go to the top of the 5th. It's still anybody's ball game. Swain 1, Murphy 1. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back on the Maroon Devils Network. We go to the top of the fifth inning, and it's going to be the top of the lineup for Murphy here as we have a 1-1 tie. Great game going on. It's going to be Julia Dockery, followed by Sanai Wilson and Riley Dockery. 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Bulldogs. Julia has one of the hits today for Murphy. And again, neither team has had a lot of hits. Again, unofficially, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unofficially, 5 hits now for Murphy. Lady Devils have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. And again, that's unofficial. I'm not the official stat keeper. There have been errors on both teams that some scorekeepers might score a hit as opposed to an error. So, and there's some kind of a timeout here. The home plate umpire's over talking to the Swain dugout about something. And we've got some delay here. And not sure what this is about, but now everybody's kind of taking a break as the home plate umpire is again talking to folks at the Swain dugout. But don't know why. He has maybe his lineup card. Has there maybe been some kind of a change? We don't see any, but doesn't mean there hasn't been one. Well, he talks with some of the coaches over there. Now he comes back to the home plate. And I think we're ready to go on the top of the fifth inning with a 1-1 tie. And again, top of the lineup for Murphy. Julia Dockery, 1 hit on the day. Sanai Wilson, Riley Dockery, 1, 2, 3 batters. In the top of the fifth. Pitch high for a ball from Rawls. We've had good pitching today. Rawls and Schwam working in the circle for their respective teams. Again, a total of, again, unofficially about 8 hits combined. And already 4 complete innings of play. Off speed, floats in there for a strike. That is one of the best pitches Rawls has we have seen all season, and it just gives batters fits. Her off-speed pitch is just, it's almost a thing of beauty to watch that thing float in there unless you're a batter. And then it drives you bananas, which is the whole idea. There's a foul ball out of play behind home plate. Again, earlier today in baseball, Swain winning over Andrews 13-0 in 5 innings. They're getting ready now for Game 2 against Murphy in a big Smoky Mountain Conference showdown. And again, it is really big because in the conference standings, Hayesville is 10-1, Murphy is 9-2, Swain is 8-3 with a win over. There's a foul ball off the bat of Dockery. So here's the scenario. If Swain beats Murphy tonight, Swain would be 9-3. Murphy would be 9-3. But Swain would have the tiebreaker via 2 wins over Murphy this week, giving Hayesville the conference championship. Pitch outside for a ball. So it is a huge game because, as we mentioned, the top 2 teams get automatic bids from the Smoky Mountain Conference in baseball and softball. After that, it goes to RPI, your strength of schedule, and some of those other details that get figured in. Your standing in the conference, obviously. There's a well-hit ball into left field. This one's going to be all the way to the fence on 2 hops, rounding first, and coming into second with a stand-up double is going to be Julia Dockery with her second big hit on the day. That was ripped literally right down the line. Hustling over there was Kaylee Parker, but no way to catch that ball. It was a line shot, 2 hops to the fence. It was well hit. Sanai Wilson batting now. Sanai has struck out and grounded out to the pitcher in 2 times. The starting center fielder for Murphy, Riley Dockery, is going to be on deck. Of course, the head coach for the Bulldogs is Billy Dockery. And if you missed it, what he said earlier, of course, I was jokingly, there's a pitch in for a strike from Rawls. I was joking with him. I said, hey, you any kin to Julia or Riley Dockery on your team? He kind of laughed and said, sometimes. So, well spoken. Oh, boy. Runner at second base, nobody out. Pitch in low for a ball. Again, a lot of folks here to watch softball, and more folks will be coming in to watch baseball. Baseball was scheduled to start at about 6, and we're getting close to 6 now, about 14 or 15 minutes away, and off speed, that's going to be in for a strike. So we're not sure how all that's going to play out as we continue to bring you softball here at the top of the 5th inning in a 1-1 game. Runner on. Down at second base, Julia Dockery with that stand-up double. Pitch in, going to be high for a ball. Murphy batter stepping out of the box just a moment. Sanai Wilson. Getting back in the box now after a brief timeout. Rawls ready to go. Rawls doesn't mess around. She works fast, works hard. Swing and a miss. Got her swinging for strike 3 and out number 1. Riley Dockery hit a pop-up to first base and a pop-up to second base in 2 times at bat today for the Bulldogs. Riley, the starting catcher for Jersey Schwam, who's going to be on deck. One down, one on. Runner at second base for the Bulldogs. Is it going to be the go-ahead run? Sanai Wilson, pitch in the dirt, going to be ball 1. I'm sorry, Riley Dockery for ball 1. Jersey Schwam going to be on deck. Riley again, it looks like kind of the Murphy batters are starting to step out of the box, and I guess maybe pitch outside for a ball, trying to throw Rawls off her rhythm a little bit. Again, Dockery out of the box. You don't see that much, but last 2 hitters have done that. She's still out of the box. I don't know how long or how much they can do that, but Rawls back on the pitching rubber. But it kind of holds things up. Off-speed pitch, going to be in for a strike. To Riley Dockery, Jersey Schwam on deck with 1 out, runner at second. Julia Dockery led off with a line shot double. Down at second base for Murphy with the potential go-ahead run. On a partly cloudy Thursday afternoon. A lot of teams playing around the area today, trying to get the games in. Rain is likely later tomorrow, according to the forecasters. Some folks trying to get games in today. That's why the Maroon Devil baseball team is playing 2 today, with a threat of rain tomorrow afternoon. And again, the seedings are going to be released on Monday, so all these regular season games have got to be played this week. The playoffs start next Tuesday. Foul ball. Again, Dockery hanging in there. Looks at Coach Dockery down in the box at third base. Getting a little instruction from him down there with a runner at second. So both Murphy teams are here today. The girls softball team and the boys baseball team. The baseball team is now getting on the field, starting their pregame warm-ups. There's a shot into right field, going to be foul. Just about 2 feet outside the line. That could have been a huge hit for Murphy as Dockery will come back now. That would have easily scored Dockery, the other Dockery, Julia Dockery, down at second base. That's right, Julia is at second. Riley Dockery is hitting. Jersey Schwam is on deck. Dockery stepping back in the box. Rawls with the throw. And it's going to be a high hopper between shortstop and third. Going to be into left field. Runner is going to be holding at third. Good play out there by Kaylee Parker to get the ball in the infield quickly. So a base hit. And now Murphy threatening with Jersey Schwam at the plate. Jersey 1 for 2 on the day. She's been on twice. Got a base hit first time. Got on with an error her last time up. And now with one out, runners on the corners. And a pinch runner, Olivia Baxter, is going to be coming on to run for Murphy. And you have an idea, she might try to head on down to second base. But she's got to be careful with that strong right arm of Carly Tisateski. Foul ball on the first pitch. Interesting scenario from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association today. They have just passed a law, or regulation if you will, where now high school players in North Carolina can make money off their name, image, and likeness, just like college players around the country. Going to be interesting. I'll just leave that right there. You can form your own opinion. Pitch high for a ball. Runners dancing off base, ready to go. Looks like both Dockery at first and Baxter Dockery at third and Baxter at first, both quick. Schwam, the Murphy pitcher, at the plate. Ground ball up the middle, going to be in for a base hit. That's going to score one. It gets by and all the way to the fence. Now rounding second. Ball is still not in the infield and coming into third base. Murphy with two big runs, and now at third base is going to be Schwam. As again, a big hit, 2 RBIs. So that is the big hit of the day, as that one got through, and then a little bit of a delay getting the ball back into the infield. Paisley Johnson going to be hitting now. And Murphy with a 3-1 lead here on the top of the fifth. And a runner at third base, still with only one down. Johnson on the day has struck out and got a double. 1 for 2, the designated player for the Murphy Bulldogs. Aiden Smith is going to be on deck. As you can hear the wind in the microphone, it is brisk out here this afternoon, and that wind makes it feel a whole lot colder than it should be in the first week of May. So Murphy with a big inning here with the tie-breaking runs on the scoreboard and a big swing and a miss at the plate. Runner with 2 runs in, and now a pinch runner over at third base. Lena Lape is over at third base for Schwam, who got the big hit and the 2 RBIs. Rawls on the rubber, ready to go with that strong right arm. Off-speed pitch going to be fouled off. Again, 6 seniors for Swain honored tonight, including captains Maddie Spates and Hannah Schuler, along with Kirsten Smith, Haley Woodard, Brianna Wesley, and Candace Crisp. Congratulations, ladies, and thank you for allowing us to be part of your softball career here at Swain County High School. And if you're wondering about playoffs, yes, I do believe our ladies will get a playoff game. That would be next Tuesday. I'm almost positive that it's going to be on the road, and talking with Coach Toby Burrell, he really keeps up with that. And there's a ground ball to the pitcher, back to home, and it's going to be a tag out at home plate. Out. No question about that one. As Rawls back over to Carly at home plate. And that's going to be an out at home. And that was not a force out. The runner was coming. But Rawls and Carly are pretty good on that. We have seen that. We saw that earlier this week against Hawassi Dam. Rawls a good defensive player. Carly very good at handling the duties around the plate. 2 out now. There's a ground ball at second base. Maddie knocks it down onto first in time as Murphy leaves 1 on base in the top of the 5th inning, but they score 2 big ones. It's Murphy 3, Swain 1. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 Murphy lead here on the Maroon Devils Network. Again, just a wide open contest. Lady Devils are going to be batting here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And looks like leading off is going to be Hannah Schuler. And again, the baseball game is getting very close to getting ready next door between Swain and Murphy, and that's a huge game in the conference race. Obviously, if Murphy wins, they're going to wind up holding second place and the automatic playoff bid. And same thing if the Maroon Devils win. Automatic bid to the playoffs by via winning 2 games against Murphy. So that automatic bid is really big, and the winner of that game will get it. There's a shot into right center field. It's going to be against the fence on one hop. Coming into second base with a stand-up double to get the inning underway is going to be Hannah Schuler. Hannah having a big day today in her senior night with a 2-for-2 batting performance. Got a first single her first time up, got a big base hit, now with a double. And boy, I tell you what, the Lady Devils needed that, down 3-1 here on the bottom of the 5th inning to start off the inning. Hannah leading off, and that's going to bring up Maddie Spates now. Maddie has popped to second base and grounded to the shortstop, but got an RBI, knocked in our only run her last time up. Kaylee Parker is going to be on deck, and followed by Carly Tisateski. So the Lady Devils with a golden opportunity here. Now with the top of the lineup batting, 1 on and nobody out in a 3-1 Murphy lead. Top 5, bottom 5. Pitch just missing for a ball. Again, in the baseball game next door, the Murphy Bulldogs are warming up. Looks like it might be a little bit later starting than what they anticipated. We want, of course, broadcast that game and bring it to you, but we're in the middle of softball here. So the Maroon Devils obviously don't have to warm up much. They've already played one today, a 13-0 win over Andrews. Pitch in for a strike from Jersey Schwam for Murphy. Maddie Spates, who has had a hot bat as of late, hitting now with Hannah Schuler down at second base. 2 of these 6 seniors with a big opportunity here. Wind up and the pitch check swing, going to be a strike, says the umpire. Kaylee Parker on deck again for the Lady Devils. In the softball standings, Hiwassee Dam and Robbinsville have to play sometime later this week in a game that should decide the softball conference championship. Both teams are 9-1. Murphy sole possession of third place right now at 7-3. Pitch high from Schwab. Count runs full now. 3-2. Our Lady Devils, of course, 5-6. With a win today would be 6-6 in conference play. And again, I'm pretty sure we have a playoff game coming up Tuesday, but it is going to be on the road. We'll get the seedings on Monday. Ground ball in play to third base. On over to first base. That's going to be in time for the out. Hannah Schuler gets on down to third base as Maddie moves her on around. Batting now is going to be Kaylee Parker. Kaylee, the left fielder, Carly Tisateski is going to be on deck for the Lady Devils now with a runner on third. Kaylee in 2 times has hit a line shot to the shortstop and flied out to right field. So she has hit the ball well both times. And anything through the infield or to the outfield would make it a 3-2 game. First pitch in for a strike. Hannah at third. Schwam getting the pitch call with the pitch. Pitch outside for a ball. And again, if you're just tuning in on the Maroon Devils Network, be sure and stick around. We are going to be bringing you baseball as soon as we're finished with softball. That pitch in from Schwam, another call strike for the Murphy right-hander facing Kaylee Parker. Carly Tisateski on deck. Runner on third, 1 out. Murphy with a 3-1 lead. Again, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning here. 7-inning contest. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Tries to hold the runner, fires to first. Runner coming, and it's going to be in safely. So Murphy got the out, but when the throw came to first, Hannah Schuler took off and scores pretty easily. That throw at a home plate, not even really close. So now it's a 3-2 game. So the Lady Devils now is Kaylee Parker grounds out to the shortstop, but a big RBI. And Carly Tisateski, with one swing of the bat, could make this a tie game, and she's got the power to do it. Carly on the day has got on an error and grounded to the shortstop in 2 times, but the home run leader and batting average leader for the Lady Devils at the plate with the bases empty and 2 out. 3-2. Now Murphy up by 1. Schwam with the pitch, just missing inside. Oh, no, the umpire calls that a ball. That looked low and inside, but yeah, that's not sure about that one. Carly wasn't either. She stepped out of the box and now actually looks back to the home plate umpire. I thought it was a ball. Ground ball at the shortstop. Has it, knocks it down, fires on to first. Not even close. Carly, of course, pretty fast. As the Murphy shortstop made a good play, knocked it down, but fell when she did. The ball was really hit hard by Carly, and really too late to make a throw, but she fired on to first anyway. Too late. Now 1 runner on, 2 down. And now Rawls, the hitter. Rawls has a base hit on the day and then flied out to center field last time, so Rawls has hit it well twice. Trying to potentially tie this game up, or hey, just bash it over the fence and take a 4-3 lead. Pitch missing high for a ball. Earlier today in baseball, Swain winning 13-0 over Andrews. Setting up this big baseball matchup with Murphy coming up following this really tight softball contest. A lot of black and gold and maroon and white around here today. Pitch low for a ball. Rawls a good hitter. And I know the scouting report, Schwam being very careful as to what she brings up here with her right arm. Schwam with a good game today pitching. There's a well-hit ball. This one is going to be over the fence. And the Maroon Devils, the Lady Devils, take a lead on a 2-run shot from Riley Rawls. Hit dead away straight over center field fence. What a shot. We were talking about one swing of the bat. The Lady Devils would have the lead, and they do. A 4-3 2-run homer off the bat of Rawls. Carly was on deck, and that shot with a 4-3 ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. Man, oh man, it was 4-3 Tuesday. Murphy winning that one at Murphy. And this one is a long way from being over, I have a feeling. Kirsten Smith going to be batting now. Base is empty, but the Lady Devils up now 4-3. Rawls just helped herself tremendously. The starting pitcher for the Lady Devils with a 2-run homer. Straight away center field. Now looks like the outfielders are moving in. Coming on is going to be Kirsten Smith, one of our seniors. Got on with an error and grounded to the pitcher last time. 6 seniors on this Lady Devil team. There's starting to slap hit, but a strike in. 0-1 now with 2 out. Bases empty. Man, that one swing of the bat can change the game just that fast. A big bash. Now, we haven't seen a whole lot of home runs this year. There's a slap hit foul on the third base side off the bat of Kirsten. But it's that's still one of the most exciting plays in baseball when that ball clears the fence, whether it's major league, college, high school, little league. Hey, that's a big play because it really changes the game. Another slap hit. That's going to be strike 3. So we've played 5 here at Swain County High School. Lady Devils up 4-3 on that big 2-run homer from Rawls. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
And here we go to the top of the 6th inning, and it's another Smoky Mountain Conference showdown. Swain now with a lead 4-3 over Murphy at the plate, getting things underway now for the Bulldogs. Here is going to be her first time, actually, Lena Lape hitting for the first time today, so there is a change in the Murphy lineup. Lape has not had an at-bat today. She is on the roster, of course, along with Olivia Baxter. And they've had some pinch running duties today, but this will be Lape's first time at the plate. Swing and a miss. Going to be fouled off, I should say. Again, Rawls in the circle for the Lady Devils of Swain with a big 2-run homer there in the bottom of the 5th inning. Swain led early 1-0. Then Murphy answered back and took a 3-2 lead. There's another foul ball out of play, and then again the 2-run homer by Rawls, putting Swain back on top 4-3. So it has been a fun game to watch. Both teams getting after it. Both teams have had some defensive miscues. Both teams have had some good hits as well, and we've seen good pitching. So a lot of good talent out here on this field. Rawls with a windup pitch in, just missing for a ball. Wow. I think, and I have to agree, I think Kaylee Woodard thought that was going to be strike 3, and I kind of thought it was too. But the ump called it low for a ball. Rawls with the windup now. Nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3, 1 down. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Murphy trying to come back and get the ball in play and regain the lead. It's going to be Ansley Hogsett batting now. Ansley has been on with an error, got a base hit and a big RBI earlier today. The left fielder for the Murphy Bulldogs now at the plate with nobody on and 1 down. Swain up 4-3 here on the top of the 6th inning at Swain County High School. Well hit ball. That's between left center and center field. To the fence, coming into second base. Good throw coming in. Going to be close, but sliding in safely to second base is going to be Hogsett with a big double. 2 big hits on the day for Ansley Hogs. And again, well hit ball, two-hopper against the fence. And that's going to bring up Taryn Morrow, the right fielder for the Bulldogs now, with a runner at second and one out. We're in the top of the sixth in this scheduled 7-inning game. Baseball coming up as soon as we're finished with softball on the Maroon Devils Network. If you're watching and listening in from Murphy and the Cherokee County area, that's where we are right now. We will have baseball coming up as soon as we're finished here. But this softball game is still very much up in the air. Here's Walls with a pitch. Rawls, got it for a strike. Taryn Morrow at the plate with Charlie McDaniel on deck. Murphy with a tying run at second base. Check swing. That should be a strike. That came around. Going to be an interesting baseball game, I believe. It was a Swain win earlier this week on Monday at Murphy. Bulldogs had some defensive issues, 5 errors in that game that were really big. Off speed in for a call, third strike, 2 out. Again, Rawls with that deadly off-speed pitch for a called third strike. Now we go back to the top of the lineup. It's going to be Julia Dockery hitting now for Murphy. Runner at second. Well hit ball again. This one in deep left field. It hit the foul pole. It bounces into play, and the ball is alive. Oh no, they're going to say it's a home run. It hit the foul pole, which has a fence, or I should say a fence. It has part of the foul pole in fair territory. That ball was very much over the top of the fence. It hit that foul pole inside, so that is a 2-run homer. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain. The foul pole has an extension that is in fair play. That ball off the bat of Julia Dockery hit that extension that is in play on the inside of the foul pole that was well above the fence. That's a 2-run homer. And now Murphy has a 5-4 lead. So, boy, now we've seen back-to-back 2-run homers. Lady Devils had one. Now the Bulldogs answer back. Here is a high fly into right field, going to be caught by Hannah Schuler. And that's going to wind up the top of the 6th inning. But again, Murphy answers back with a 2-run homer of their own to take a 5-4 lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and we'll be back after this timeout. Hey, it ain't over till it's over. I know you've heard that old phrase, but hey, this one ain't over here at Swain County High School. There's a ball foul off the bat of the leadoff batter here on the bottom of the sixth inning. That's going to be Candace Crisp leading off for the Lady Devils, followed by Faith Woodard and Haley Woodard. Again, we're on the bottom of the sixth inning. We have seen in the last half innings the Lady Devils Rawls with a 2-run homer, and Julia Dockery answered for Murphy with a 2-run homer in the sixth inning. There's a ground ball in play back to Schwam on over to first base in time, and the first baseman making a very good play on a throw that was a little bit low, but Charlie McDaniel, first baseman for Murphy, digs it up out of the dirt for 1 down. And that's going to bring up Faith Woodard. Faith has a big double on the day. Again, a close ball game, 5-4. We expected that. It was a 4-3 game Tuesday at Murphy. And it's a 5-4 game here this afternoon at the home of the Lady Devils. Schwam with a windup and the pitch going to be on the dirt low. Baseball players standing by next door. They're going to be playing and getting started hopefully as soon as we're finished here. They're awaiting their senior night as well. 2 players, Gabe and Ronnie. Gabe Lillard and Ronnie Griggs going to be honored. And those guys getting a hot dog between games. Pitch in for a strike to Faith Woodard. And Haley is going to be on deck. Faith, Haley, and Molly. One set of sisters here on this Lady Devil team. The windup and the throw, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2, I believe. Yes, 2 strikes, 1 down. Lady Devils trying to answer back. Faith, the designated player this afternoon in the Lady Devil roster. Pitch outside for a ball, off speed missing. But if you're just tuning in, you have missed a great ball game. It has been really, really good. Both teams really playing hard. There's a shot into right field, and it's going to be dropping in, and it's going to be a hit. Oh, it looked like it was going into right field. It just died, and the second baseman for Murphy came on and almost made a play on it, but Ruby Bame over there, it just died. That ball looked like it was pretty well hit, and then just bang, it just died just over first base. And down at first base safely now is going to be Faith Woodard. So the Lady Devils with a runner on first and 1 down. And now Haley Woodard batting. Lady Devils first baseman following her sister. Haley, one of our 6 seniors tonight. On deck is another senior, Hannah Schuler. Of course, when you have 6, it's a good senior class. Good group. Pitch in, just missing. The Murphy catcher again trying to frame that one. Riley Dockery behind the plate. And hey, that's what catchers do. That's what catchers do. Faith at first base. There's a shot to the shortstop, on to second in time for 1. They got the lead runner now with 2 out. Haley is going to be on safely at first. Not enough time to make a double play. I tell you, double plays in fast pitch softball are hard to come by. It's tough to get one, especially on a ground ball to the infield. So now 2 out. Tying run on first. Digging in at the plate is going to be Hannah Schuler. Hannah's had a great senior night with a hit and a double, 1 single, 1 double, and 2 times up, 2 for 2 on the night. Here's the windup and the pitch missing outside from Schwam. Hustling back to first is going to be Haley Woodard. Hannah, one of our team captains, and one of our 6 seniors on deck is going to be the other captain, Maddie Spates. Madison Spates, again, one of our 6 seniors. Hitting back-to-back here in a very important 6th inning, obviously. This game going 7. And both teams still hanging in here, trying to pull out a win. Baseball game coming up soon, we think. Swain with the windup and the throw. Well hit ball up the middle, going to be a base hit. Center fielder with the play back into the infield, and now the Lady Devils with runners at first and second. Hannah Schuler, what a big night. 3 for 3 at the plate. Maddie Spates now, the other Lady Devil captain, popped out to second base, grounded to the shortstop, and then grounded to the third baseman. But again, Maddie with a big RBI on the day, putting the ball in play all 3 times. And now 2 out. Runners at first and second. Maddie with a strong bat. Pitch caught the outside corner. Strike 1. So again, Maddie capable of knocking this thing out of the park. On deck is going to be Kaylee Parker. Boy, talk about a huge home run here. The windup from Swain. Pitch low, missing for a ball. Again, baseball coming up very, very soon here on the Maroon Devils Network. Be sure and stick around for that. That's going to be a huge game. The battle for second place and the automatic playoff bid on the Smoky Mountain Conference in baseball. That is a big, big, big game. Both teams. Maroon Devils winning on Monday at Murphy to set up this game. And then again, winning over Andrews earlier today, had to get that done first with that win, 13-0, to set up this big game coming up. And again, second place, automatic bid to the state playoffs. And the seedings will be announced Monday. Playoffs begin next Tuesday in softball and baseball. Swain back on the rubber now with 2 strikes and 2 outs and 2 on. There's a high, well-hit ball into right field. Right fielder under it, but pulls it in. So the Lady Devils with 2 on leave them on base. As we go to the 7th inning, right now it's still a great game. Murphy 5, Swain 4. We'll be back. Fans, we go to the 7th inning. The game's still on the line. A 5-4 Murphy lead here in inning number 7. Rawls with a windup on the throw, and this one is hammered into left field. This one is over the fence, and Murphy has hit another big home run. Rounding the bases is going to be Riley Dockery. Riley Dockery with a big home run here. So now Julia Dockery with a 2-run homer and Riley Dockery with a big home run here in the top of the 7th inning. And again, now Murphy with a 2-run lead at 6-4. Yeah, that pitch, there was no question about it. When that ball left the bat, it was out of here. So Now, what a crazy game. 3 home runs. The Lady Devils with a 2-run homer. And now Murphy with a 2-run homer and that single shot. And Jersey Schwam, the batter. Nobody on, nobody out, but now Murphy up by 2, 6-4. Rawls with a windup and the throw. Line drive right to the third baseman, 1 down. Off the bat of Schwam. Paisley Johnson now batting, the designated player who has struck out and got a big double earlier today. And again, we have seen some well-hit balls today. No question, the pitchers are I think, pitching good stuff today, but we've seen some balls that were hammered from both teams. So the batters are getting their licks in, so to speak, against some good pitching here in the Smoky Mountain Conference regular season finale for the Lady Devils. Pitch in for a strike. Now Murphy, I believe, still has a game left. According to the schedule on Max Preps, Hayesville is supposed to be playing at Murphy tomorrow in a conference game. But this is the regular season finale for the Lady Devils. Ball hit to the shortstop. That's going to be caught for out number 2. So now Murphy 2 out. But again, a 6-4 lead with a leadoff solo home run. And batting now is going to be Aiden Smith. On the day, a grounder to the pitcher and a strikeout, and 2 times at bat for Smith. And again, be sure and stick around. We're going to have senior night, honoring the 2 Maroon Devil players on senior night. And a special first pitch. Ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Maddie. Maddie made a diving effort. That's going to be in for a base hit. Off the bat of Smith now with Ruby Bame at bat for Murphy. Bame with a strikeout and a single and 2 trips. Now with a runner at first base and 2 out. Ansley Hogshead is going to be on deck. Murphy, of course, trying to add to their 6-4 lead. Lady Devils will be hitting in the bottom of the 7th inning. And baseball coming up around the corner. Pitch in, missing. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. But you better be careful on the bases with Carly's arm. But again, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association on Monday will announce the seeding for the baseball and softball playoffs. And then playoffs start the next day on Tuesday. High off-speed pitch for a ball. And then, of course, we'll basically follow a Tuesday, Friday play pattern. Of course, I think the teams have an option to play maybe on Thursday or maybe even potentially Saturday if both teams agree. But the first games will begin next Tuesday. There's a foul ball off the mask of Carly. Actually fouled off her mask behind home plate. Rawls getting ready here to try to get this 3rd out here on the top of the 7th inning in a game that's running just like we thought, very close. Foul ball, no play behind home plate. Murphy with a runner at first and a 6-4 lead, 2 down, top of the 7th. Rawls back on the pitching rubber for Swain. Pitch in, off speed, hit into left field, and it's going to be getting by. Runner is going to be rounding second and will score from third. And now rolling into third base is going to be Ruby Bame. And again, that ball just died. Such a tough play out there for Kaylee Parker. The ball just died as she tried her best to get to it and got by in the outfield. So now Murphy with a 7-4 lead and a runner at third base. And Ansley Hogshead is going to be batting now. Ansley on the day with a single and an RBI. Got on with an error her first time up. Runner at third, 2 out. There's another shot into right field. This one's going to drop in with an RBI and a hit as Murphy is padding their lead here with a big base hit and an RBI for Hogsett. Taryn Morrow will come up now with Hogsett at first base and Murphy up with the biggest lead for either team on the day, 8-4. Morrow at the plate now. Got on with an error first time up today. Rawls back on the pitching rubber. Swing and a miss for a strike one. Charlie McDaniel is going to be on deck. Now the Murphy hitter calling a timeout, wanting to talk to head coach Billy Dockery down in the box at third base. Runner at first, 2 out. And Taron Morrow, the right fielder for the Bulldogs, back in the batter's box. Ground ball, high hopper. And Rawls over to first base, gets the out. Now we go to the big bottom of the 7th inning, and Murphy padding their lead here in the 7th with an 8-4 lead. We'll be right back. Fans, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Lady Devils down 8-4 to the Murphy Bulldogs here on senior night at Swain County High School. And there's a shot to shortstop on over to first base, and that's going to be in time for one down. Leading off is going to be Kaylee Parker with that grounder to the shortstop. Kaylee got a grounder to shortstop last time that resulted in a big RBI. Batting now is going to be Carly Tisateski with the power to hit this one over the fence. We've seen 3 home runs, the most we have seen here at home this year in a game. Rawls has a big 2-run homer for the Lady Devils. Julia Dockery with a 2-run homer for Murphy. And again, Riley Dockery with a solo shot. There's a foul ball off the bat of Carly. Rawls on deck. And Kirsten Smith here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And again, one down. If you're tuning in looking for baseball, it's coming up following softball here on the Maroon Devils Network. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Another foul ball. Schwam for Murphy trying to get this game in the bag with an 8-4 lead. The pressure is kind of off her, as when you have a 4-run lead, it just gives you a little more confidence in what you're doing with the ball. Schwam with the windup. Pitch in. Ground ball to the shortstop on over to first base, and there's 2 down. Now the Lady Devils 1 out away from winding up this season finale against Murphy. Rawls batting now. Big day today with a base hit. Also a fly ball into deep center. And last time up, a 2-run shot that at the time gave the Lady Devils a lead. But Murphy has answered back with a couple of home runs of their own to take an 8-4 lead here in the bottom of the 7th now with 2 out, nobody on. On deck again, Kirsten Smith. There's a well-hit ball. This one is going to hang up in the air, and it's going to be caught, and that's the ball game as Murphy wins it 8-4 over the Lady Devils of Swain County High School. Fans, stay tuned. We'll come back, and we're going to be taking a short break, and then we'll come back with Maroon Devil Baseball with Murphy after we take this timeout.